Hello and welcome back. This is actually going to be lesson 4.6. Yeah, I've started putting the number first. But we're actually on page 61, and for some 6th period people, it's page 28. Yeah, what is up with their books? Super compact. Because we're going to go over these final answers to the homework. So this is 4.5 homework still. And then we'll move on to the lesson. We're going to do this really fast. Lightning round. And what we're doing here is we're literally training our eyes. So if we want this A, well, let's see. Here's our nearest clue, 53 degrees. These lines are all parallel. I circled the wrong things totally, but whatever. And these are parallel. And these are parallel. A lot of parallelism. Parallelity. I said it right once. 1 out of 7 this year. Okay. So because we know these two lines are parallel, we know this is corresponding, then this is a vertical angle, and now we have 3 angles that make a straight line, so they add up to 180, and 180 minus 90 is 90, minus 53 is 37 degrees. But now look, we have a triangle. And triangles always have 180. And we already know these two add up to 90, so we actually know this is 90. And now it's starting to look a lot like this other triangle, because this is 53 degrees. Maybe that's even y. No, that's not y. Y is actually this angle. We'll figure it out later. But this is 53, which means this is 53, which means triangle, this is 37. Which means these two triangles are similar. And we actually don't need the similarity. What do we need? Oh, this segment here is 10 because a parallel line to it up here. Here's a parallelogram. This 10 on the top comes down to this one down at the bottom because these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel. So these two lines are trapped between these two parallel lines the same. And now I wish I had my colored pencils again. Whatever. It was just going to get messy anyway. So I told you we're training our eyes. So now we have a right triangle and we know it's 2 sides. So let's figure out what A is. This is the C hypotenuse side. So 6 squared plus A squared equals 10 squared. 36 plus A squared equals 100. And wouldn't you know it, A is 8. After you take the square roots there. Now, this is a parallelogram, so E is also 8. This is a parallelogram, so B and C are both 5. That leaves F. And there is a way to find F using these ratios. And I think there is, but there's an easier way. Let's do the easy way. This distance that they don't ask for is a parallelogram with this 6. This, which they don't ask for, is a parallelogram with this 3. So from here to here is 9, 6 and 3. And now look up, which is cool because that's trapped between these two parallel lines, but it's also trapped between these two parallel lines. So let's look up here to F 9. That's really cool. And now the angles. All right, X. How are we going to get to X? Well, 37 here, vertical to here, corresponding to there. X is 37. Y is right here next to it. 90, verticals down to here, corresponds up to there. Y is 90. And lastly, the Z is actually the easiest one because it is corresponding to that. Z is 53. So here's a quick cheat sheet of all of the answers. We're getting good at these. For years I used to say one step at a time to students, but students have shown me that they can do 2 steps at the same time. Now I might be tempted to check this answer. 3 times 12 is 36, minus 5 is 31. 2 times 12 is 24, plus 7 is 31. Okay, good. If we do this proportional thinking, this is times 3, so this would be a 15. This is time. Okay. 3 times 6 is 18. Don't believe me? What's 18 divided by 3? To punch in your calculator. It's 6. So 3 times 6 is 18. And to keep the proportion, this times 6 will be equal to this. X times 6, 6x, equals 5x plus 2. The 5x plus 2 is already on the blown up side. So these sides, these two numbers are 6 times bigger than this. So this number is 6 times bigger than x. If you make a number that's 6 times bigger than x by doing 6x, it must be equal to this thing that's already that big. And now when we solve for x, 6x minus 5x is 1x, and there's a 2 left, so it's 2. Does that really work? Let's check it. If you put it in here, that's 3/2. If you put it in here, that's 10 plus 12. Divide both the top and the bottom by 6, and you get 3/2. So yeah, it is 2. X equals 2. Cool problem. Great problem there. I'm going to do these one at a time. I actually still, to this day, do not like doing more than one step at a time. Pretty lame right here. That's okay. Let's keep going. Minus half x. 1 equals 1/4 x. Because 3/4 x minus a half x is 1/4 x. How do you finish this problem? Multiply by the reciprocal. Right now, x is being chopped up quarter size. Well, quadruple it up. But you also got to quadruple up the other side. Two minus 7 is negative 5. 3 minus 8 is negative 5. That works. Why would this be 3 minus 8? Well, if you put a 4 in there, 4s will simplify out and you'll just get the 3 minus 8. Put a 4 in there, 4 divided by half, or cut in half, is 2. Okay. We're almost done with this homework. This is going to be a combined 40 minutes. Well, admittedly, there was a lot of lesson work to do. Do we distribute? Sure, let's distribute. You don't have to distribute. There are other ways of solving this one. Combine like terms. one step at a time, people. Oh man. What do we want to do here? I'm going to do the controversial multiply by both denominators. This is kind of like doing two steps at once. We're multiplying technically by 54, but we're doing it in this weird way because we're multiplying by 6 over here, but then later on this, so two sides of the equation, right? They're balanced. We're multiplying by 54 on both sides. But on this side, we're multiplying by 6 and later divided by 6. Those simplify away, and really, we're multiplying by 9. Don't forget to multiply everything by 9. So 9x and 45 equals. What happened over here? We're multiplying by 9, but later dividing by 9. So those simplify just to be 1. And we have 6. Well, this will be, well, let's see, 6 times all of this stuff. But really, it's 6 times 3 times all this stuff. So that's 18 times all this stuff. 18x and 18 times 2 is 36. Get all the x's onto one side. Oh my god, x is 1. After all this effort. Oh, I love it. Let's check it. 1 plus 5 is 6, divided by 6 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, times 3 is 9, divided by 9 is 1. So yeah, it works. Checks out. There's more. It never stops. It never ends. Combine like terms. Yeah, 4x minus 6. X equals 24. Ooh. What should, you know what? Let's use this strategy of multiplying by both both denominators. The both denominator strategy. So we're technically multiplying by 96 on both sides. Let's keep the two sides. On this side, the 12 simplify, and we get 8 times 5 is 40. On this side, the 8's simplify, and we get 12x divided by 12. I was expecting that to be more elegant. I think it's 3 1/3. Let's do it like your middle school teacher would want us to. Let's rewrite 40 as 20 times 2. Did I do that right? Maybe I should do 4 times 10. 4 times 10. And 12 is 4 times 3. And now the 4's can simplify and we get 10/3. Which is 3 1/3, like I said a second ago. We're still not done. Times 3. Times 3. 4 times 3 is 12 equals x plus 2. This needs to be 12. Therefore, x plus 2 is equal to 12. Let's solve it. X equals 10. Doing a little reflexive property there at the end. Yep, checks out. Woo. I don't know if I can go on. I can't go on. I can't go on anymore. We're going to have to start over. Lesson 6. Separate video. Okay, bye.